Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. 10 seconds to insertion. Stop worrying about it. 5 seconds to insertion. Attackers located a bomb. Attackers are heading out to defuse the bomb. Magnet completed.
Hi, Canadian. I might not fully cast this game. I might just spectate some of it because I'm trying to watch a stream for Volatile League. You know, considering that I'm the broadcast manager there. But I will give my attention to at least making sure this is spectated properly. Best of two between KWA and Aspect Esports here. First Chalet, KWA will defend, and then sides will swap as we go to our second map, Oregon.
Attackers. 'Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. Seconds left. 5 seconds to go.
Stop worrying about grenades now.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Loading back.
Attackers bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Loading new mag.
Bomb located by attackers.
Airdrop planted.
A bomb has been located.
Drive for it. Device ready.
Reloading on ammo!
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Loading new mag. Ready. Don't worry about grenade behind. Spike jammer. Shield deployed.
Remaining. 5 seconds to insertion. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Barricading the door. Initiate jammer.
Reloading.
Airdrop planted. Ready. Jammer ready to activate. My airdrop is deployed. Enemy located.
Do-rag. That's funny. Just feel like pointing this out since I don't have my mic on for the rest of this. Kind of a risky cage spot there. Also, as Aspect gets a man advantage while he's pushing in now, they have two hard breachers in Stutz and Goner with the Therm and the Ace, but they don't have any secondary support despite having map available, despite having floors available, and JP gets wall banged. That's really unfortunate for KWA. You know, despite having Thatcher, Maverick, Twitch, Flores, Cali, all of them available, they don't really have any secondary support. They're gonna have to rely on vertical here from that Zof in order to get something done. Zilix picks off one, so now a 3-on-3. Fracco takes down another here. Ballers picks off Chemical. It's a 2v3 now. Getting a man advantage, actually. Back in their control. Ballers taking down Fracco with the Malusi, actually neutralizing that man advantage. I think Stet's trying to rotate around here. They did drop the diffuser. I believe it was Gunner that died with it, and that's going to really throw off the plans here of Aspect. I think they were looking for that snowmobile execute, take down that wall, and they had gotten one of the K charges. They would have to get the other one, which was a lot harder for them to get because it was actually in the objective. Fracco with a third kill. Now he takes down Shifty, and Stet's the last one left here. A minute left. He does have plenty of time. He has plenty of utility. He has breach charges. He has the ace Salmas. He does have some drones left by his teammates, one in his pocket as well. Spotted, I believe, by that camera there. They now know where he is. One going to get ready to swing. That's going to be Zilix. He does have one smoke left with him. Actually, it's Fracco. My apologies. Trying to make something happen. Stet's rotating around here. He's needing to decide on something to do soon. Probably won't have enough time to go get the diffuser at this point, but he just needs to decide on some sort of strategy here. Jeremy's his cap as Stets gets a kill. It's a one-on-one now. Zilix the last one left. I think he's going to actually smoke the diffuser now and just play it from outside. I think Stets realizing that, and he's running low on time here. He's going to need to grab the diffuser and go quick here. I don't think he realizes the smoke's right around the corner. Swinging around, trying to pre-fire him. And he doesn't even notice that he's not even in the corner. A bit of a trick play from Zilix, and going to have to get on the plant now. Gets off, hears him, saves his KD. But the round is lost nonetheless. It will go the way of KDBWay for the first time here. Still down, however, 1-2.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Shield is up! Reinforcing wall! Setting up a diversion. Wall reinforced!
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds left before insertion.
Surprise!
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
It's headed to drive! Setting my gun. Time for double trouble. Healing station prep. Shock drone. Kona on standby. Healing station away! Launching drone. Sending out Gemini. Deploying. Swapping bags. First back.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Frag out. Reloading. Cover me.
Sending Silva.
Bomb has been located. Attackers are Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Trying magnet. Magnet up! Reinforcing wall! Shield deployed. Well done!
10 seconds left before insertion. Attackers have located a bomb. 5 seconds remaining.
Setting the turret!
Attackers' objective is to defuse the bomb.
Swapping mags! Partida is active. You can stop worrying about grenades now. This will protect us. Perimeter defense is active. ADS deployed, ready to go.
Bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Cluster charge deployed.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Securing the floor!
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds remaining.
Kona on standby.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Closing, cover me!
Healing station placed. Ready, set. Banshee deployed. Kona station in place. Deploying shock drone.
located a bomb. Bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Sirius powered up. Adding my +1.
Jammer active.
Shield ready.
ADS active in this sector.
Putting on a show. Reinforcing wall.
ADS active in this sector.
Setting up a diversion.
Attackers have located a bomb. 10 seconds left before insertion.
Hey, my +1.
5 seconds left. Attackers have discovered the location of the bomb. Attackers are heading out to defuse the bomb.
Jammer deployed.
Deploying drone. Cover me! Reloading!
Jammer initiated. Alma, get ready for the breach.
Reloading ammo.
Seconds remaining. 10 seconds remaining. Time to drop the bomb. Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers. Bombs located by attackers.
Deploying a
Loading new magazine!
10 seconds left before insertion.
gamma ready to activate.
5 seconds to go.
10%. Close ready.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
He is deployed and ready to go.
Gamma ready.
Changing mag!
Kona prep to heal.
Quiet as a mouse.
Kona on standby.
Razor wire is deployed. Time to ring.
Device ready.
Swapping mags!
Located a bomb.
I'm a Dave,
successful. Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Reinforcing wall!
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb. Attackers have located a bomb.
Shields out!
You can stop worrying about grenades now.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Camera radio activated.
5 seconds to go.
ADS deployed, ready to go.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Wall's done!
Initiate challenge ADS.
I will watch over us.
Activate subcode! Ready to go.
Oh boy.
The best.
Jesus.
Oh, hey, good match, guys. Good match.
I
Good
told
match.
you about training and
Who
shit, bro.
attacks
That
on
shit paid
Oregon?
up.
They do.
You guys
They
attack.
attack.
GG.
Good round. Good match, guys.
Yeah, I told you, bro. Fucking practice makes perfect, bro. You hone those fucking
It
smoke skills,
does.
you're good, dude.
Yeah, bro. Thanks a lot, bro. I love you.
Yeah,
Aspect attacks on Oregon?
I love you too, bro.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we attack first.
Okay, y'all ready?
We know we just.
Who was the Jaeger on that? Who was the Jaeger on that last round?
It's 2 balls.
Dude, you almost took my head off.
Yeah, I don't know how I did. It's fine though.
Alright, GG. Good luck.
Good
Have
luck.
fun.
Good luck.
Okay, there we go. My apologies for the silence. Y'all, I'm now gonna actually focus on this. Hold up. Yo, mind showing scoreboard. I meant to do that. Caster accidentally had mic muted. Why isn't he talking? Reason was is that I was watching the Volatile League stream because I'm like the broadcast manager there, and so the simplest answer is just that I was watching that to ensure quality. Without delving too deep in it. You NPC, why aren't you talking? That's why. Fun round of talk. I am now talking. My apologies, everybody. Welcome back, Map 2 in this Best of 2 series between KWA on actually Defense now, starting versus Aspect Gaming. I've casted a couple of Aspect matches these past few days. Did get to learn a bit more about them. I believe Ballers, XC, and Shifty are all subs here. The only starter that they have in play seems to be Gunner. I don't know if Stets and what his relation is to their roster. So they're doing surprisingly well with that in mind, but you have to obviously put an asterisk on that, considering the fact that KWA has, 2 players that are on their roster that are playing tonight? The rest of them are all tryouts, so obviously neither of these teams playing really with that fully developed chemistry, and we've seen it in some of the coordination chemistry problems, communication issues with these two teams, particularly with KWA. I mean, they lost that last map 7-2, and there was some moments where they could have won. They had a man advantage, but there was some sort of breakdown in communication, or maybe a lack of awareness, and that it ended up costing them. That will make Aspect win, maybe. But sorry to Jerem, Ryan, Fearful, and Hassan for that.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Looking at the bans, interesting choice to ban Finka as well as Smoke. Finka has become very meta. She's basically an always pick here nowadays. You know, she brings heals, she brings a res, and she brings pretty good gun as well as frags. So not too surprised to see it. It's just that you don't see it a whole lot. So I believe that it should be, and it certainly can be more common than it is. The other ban from KWA is that smoke ban, which I think is kind of hurting them more than it hurts hurts Aspect. You know, Smoke's a very viable operator. He's just not banned a whole lot. I guess because it's sort of used by both teams most of the time because of the value that he brings with that. You know, with not only having that shield as some secondary utility and a solid gun in the SMG-11 and the M5, but also a lot of valuable utility with those 3 smoke baits. You know, that's 30 seconds of push denial or plant denial that you have available to you with the smoke. So many teams like to keep him on the board. I think it's interesting that they banned him, especially considering that they used him rather regularly during their attacking half. Chemicals picked off Gunner. XC was also following as X2. There's 2 people starting with X in their name here. Silix takes down 3, and Nasty Nate will finish off the round here. Flawless for KWA. Good start on your, and a new start for sure, after a very not that good Chalet where they were actually starting on attacks, so obviously a different map. This map, I would say, is much more defender-sided, traditionally. I think it's now become closer to 50-50, especially with the meta on it becoming stale. Usually older metas favor the attack more. So I just think that that's interesting, to say the least. It appears that we have 3 attacker bans and... Oh, no. I don't know why I'm saying that. For some reason I thought that Smoke was an attacker, which is kind of a stupid thought from me. My apologies, I'm a bit tired. It's been a long, long day.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
The Thatcher ban, the other 2 bans, just to quickly look at them. Both of them, Thatcher and Mira, are very standard. Mira's popular on this map, particularly basement and top floor. And then the Thatcher is just that classic comfort ban. He's a strong pick, always has been. I think it's interesting that they opted for the Thatcher instead of the Maverick. Maybe Aspect prefers to use Maverick, and that's why they wanted to take off Thatcher while keeping the map up. And there's certainly differences between the 2 that I find interesting, and I could talk about those at some point. But it's just an interesting choice from them, an interesting bit of stratagem to keep that map up and instead go for the Thatch on this map, especially because this is usually a map where Maverick is rather popular, particularly top floor. Good opening round there for KWA. Just to quickly go over that, you know, they just held down blue from Ebox, from Supply, from Pillar, and because they held the side that was being pushed very heavily by Aspect, and because Aspect didn't win any gunfights, not a single one, it ended up being a pretty clean-cut round win for them. Now, as you can see, they're almost having some issues there getting onto the balcony. That would be uncomfortable, to say the least. Also worth noting in terms of bans is somebody who's not banned, this Cade here. Obviously Chemical taking advantage of that. And the Cade not being banned is obviously going to help with keeping these walls closed, particularly since that Thatcher is banned. But it's also going to make it a lot more easy to hold down that basement site. You know, these hatches, the freezer hatch, the meeting hatch into Evox, and this lobby hatch into laundry storage. It's very hard to hold them without a Cade, because your only options are really to have somebody watching it either from above or on that floor, or to have a Maestro up there. An Eli. Zilix takes down Shifty. In the meantime, that Iana going to be a pretty nice kill for them as they remove some frags, able to protect some more utility. And the other half of it is that, you know, they now no longer have to worry about that kind of infinite utility associated with Iana, those Gemini holograms, as the Nitro goes out there from Nate trying to make something happen. Unfortunately, does not kill anybody. I think he's getting ready for a push. That'll be Ballers flashing and taking him down as Chemical reinforcing. 3K from him as he actually shoots through the wall that takes down Zilix as well. That's really unfortunate there. Ballers will pick off JP, and that's a bad spot. Bracco here gonna take down one as he picks off Steph, looking for a swing. That'll be Gunner, picks him off. And a very quick response there. Very standard attack from KWA. But sorry, I'm trying to multitask, but I mean, just taking advantage of what was given to them. It was a decent setup, but the biggest problem with it, and I think it was subconsciously identified by Aspect, was that it was just very weak from an attic push. Because of that sightline and the shield, particularly those two together, means that anybody playing that shield, as soon as that sightline starts getting pressed the wrong way, starts getting pressed by an attacker from attic, that trophy defender is in very hot water.
Attackers need to
Because they can be very easily pincered and crossfired from right behind them, which is just an impossible crossfire to work your way out of, really. So I think they're going to retry it with a very similar setup, now swapping the sides of that sideline. I think that's smart. And then the other part of it is just some really stupid play there from them. I mean, why are you reinforcing in the middle of the round? Why is your back facing the attack where your teammate just died while you're looking for the reinforcement? That's asking to be killed.
10 seconds left.
It's just... it's plays like that that will cost teams rounds. I'll have to see if momentum can be built here by Aspect. You know, they've put themselves on the board for the first time this map. Obviously, it's very early, so that's not a huge achievement or milestone, but it's still good that they're getting somewhere and getting some progress, and now they're gonna have to try and keep the momentum going. Obviously, facing the same site, very similar hold. We'll have to see if they go for that same approach, that attic push with the Maverick. They don't have the Maverick this time around, and with a Kate on the board, like I mentioned, and no, I mean, the only real deny that they have is that Twitch or secondary support. Let me be more specific. You know, with that being their only real option, it's going to be tough for them to get these walls open. Yeah, 3v4. Ballers takes down Chemical and Nasty Nate. JP, however, gets a quick response. Zillick's down there. Gunner will get another. As the Twitch is on site now, he's wiped out the majority of KWA. Frago, the last one left. Again, going to take one down on the brown stairs. A bit of deja vu, I believe, for Shifty there. He's going to hop on cams right in front of Ballers, who very quickly takes him down. I think he meant to swap to the sidearm, but you know, that Twitch is not going to give him any mercy, and alas, that's another round win here for Aspect. And I mean, I don't know what's going on here for KWA, but they seem out of it, really.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. Attackers have discovered the location of the bomb.
Now, it's a basement hold here from KWA. They're going to be doing a bit of a different approach. They've brought this Tachanka. With the shield unavailable, unfortunately, the Tachanka is pretty much your next best bet. He does fill a very similar role to Smoke. With the Shumika launchers, he does have a shield. Yeah, unfortunately does not have the M5, but he does have some serious destruction power, as we were seeing with that DP-27. I think he's underutilized, in my opinion. You know, the big difference between him and Smoke is that his utility covers less range and obviously it lasts less time. You know, I think it lasts per grenade about 5 seconds. But the difference is that, you know, it acts as fire, so it can drop, first of all, and second of all, it's a projectile, and yes, the smoke grenade is technically also a projectile. But the reason that I bring that up is that it allows him to actually, from an angle and from potentially a safer position, launch and ricochet grenades to the spot that he's looking at, versus Smoke, who has to get very close to direct line of sight, really, with the area that he's looking to lock off. So in a way, he is a safer option for that, as Ballers actually alerts them by that Prisma there, and seems to be going actually for a brown stairs push here, which is interesting. Not many teams go for that. I think the main problem is that it's just this room right here, which is turned into, for many teams, has turned into sort of a no man's land. Chemical down there, despite that Prisma and the Banshee. I think teammate going for a res now. No Thunderbird in play, although she's very common as well, and that's going to be Zilex over there on white stairs, trying to hold down that freezer side, possibly. Flanking JP, shut down by Shifty. Bit of luck and skill involved there. Franco falls in the hands of Ballers. Now Zilex TK's Chemical? I don't know what's up with that. Zilex is picked off by Ballers, maybe paying for his sins, if you wanted to think about it that way. And Gunner picks off KWA, and the tides have just turned completely ever since that second round. And, you know, that first round we saw KWA get a flawless, and now on that same site, on basement, Aspect is over here getting flawless round wins against KWA. They're up now 3-1. They're in really good position here. They could, at best, get a 5-1 split at half, which would be
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. Seconds left before insertion. Attackers must locate.
Surya in place.
Now, penultimate round. Of this first half, my apologies. And it's another basement here. Nate and the rest of KWA are going to be looking for this for the third time. They're one-on-one, so they need to wise up here. They need this round. They have to do something. Baller's going to get himself on the board now, takes down JP, and this roam game has been dubious, to say the least, for KWA. Zilek gets a kill there, picks off Shifty. I believe a Gunner as well falling to him, and he's going to secure his team a man advantage, at least for the time being. Nate takes a bit of damage. Probably want to consider bringing the Seabird, potentially. Zilek takes a bit of damage there. Chemical falling at the hands of it. XC. That Capital laying down some suppressing fire here, trying to actually think from a distance take down Zilex, which is surprising. Pushed right into that crossfire by Stutz, who's going to oddly enough, frag into the... He doesn't have enough health to do otherwise, but he's going to frag into the Aruni gate. Burns his other one on ADS, now going to actually pick off Zilix. Traded by Fracco. Good timing as Nate picks off the last one there. Just pulls out the M5, looks for the swing, gets it. Gets around for KWA here. Alright. Now, final round of this first half, and KWA is back in the game. Obviously, that lead, admittedly a small lead, has diminished here, and they're potentially looking at a 3-3 split at half, which is not great on a usually defender-sided map, but considering that they were at risk of facing a really bad split at half, a 5-1 against them, you know, they are now looking in a very tenable situation. You know, they could recover from this. Why weren't you talking the first map? I told you because I was watching a different stream, bro. I was watching a Volatile League stream because I'm doing that because I'm the, you know, the broadcast manager over there. So I'm doing quality control.
Objective is to defuse a bomb.
Right now, it's the same setup here from KWA going into their last round, and they have not gone to a tertiary site. Admittedly, they have not been forced to, so I don't think that they really want to. They're probably not very comfortable on that tertiary site. And so instead, they're just going to be looking to go 2-1 on this side as well. I mean, they're going to actually look to go 1-2 on this side, my apologies. They're 2-1 on basement. Obviously can't go there anymore as they've already just won it. So now they're going to be looking to go 1-2 here. Put themselves on the board, which would be optimal, really. I think that Maverick there of Gunner trying to get this open. Zilix realizing it inches forward. Does take a bit of damage off of Gunner. So we'll force that Maverick to retreat, maybe change his game plans a bit, knowing that alibi is watching him. Doesn't want to die over there, considering the utility that he has, that, you know, that secondary support, the Maverick, the blowtorch. Spotted by the alibi again, almost tries to knife him. That Cade there of Chemical going to potentially be an issue as well. Could possibly go for some sort of crossfire. A frag will go in, Shifty picks off Fracco. As a Nitro from Nate will actually trade him out. The Ying picked off here. I think Nasty might also be traded now by Stets. JP comes in to save him. Zilix gets another one now. takes down XC. Now it's up to just Ballers and Gunner. Ballers is on site, shut down by JP there. Zilix finishes the round out here. Finishes what he started. Finishes the half by finishing off that Maverick there of Gunner. 3-3. So we're back where we started. Essentially a ranked match left in terms of length. Looking at the scoreboard at half, 8-2-3, 4-3, 11-4, 1-1-2. It's interesting that for KWA, and these two teams are tied in terms of round count, the amount of kills that they have, it's a lot more evenly spread, at least in my opinion, than Aspect. You know, Ballers is out here with double digits with 11 kills, and then the rest of them were, you know, 4, and then 4 among 3 players. So there's clearly, you know, some differences there. I think that having a more even contribution is better than having just one star player, and that it does allow for, you know, it will show that if that, because if Ballers goes down, especially without getting any real impact on the round, that round might be in jeopardy. Well, if it's the top frag and it's a bit more evenly spread, in the case of KWA, then it's not as perilous in my opinion. I'll be back.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go.
You can stop worrying about grenades.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Setting up a diversion.
Throwing jammer.
Mark number 1, ready to go. Play my trump card. Diversity.
Now, very similar setup here from Aspect, in comparison with KWA. Nate gonna inch forward here, try and actually do a bit of entry work into Trophy there. Just take a bit of damage, I believe, from the alibi from Gunner, and I think it's almost a carbon copy lineup-wise between Aspect and KWA. Ballers will get another frag. This time Chemical will fall. Sends out on Nitro. I think that might actually do more harm than help, considering that there's a Cade Claw there. I think, yeah, I mean, didn't kill anybody, but probably not the best use of a C4 at this point. JP does pick off Ballers after he tries a run out, and Candella's gonna go in here from Zilix. I think he's trying to now push in. He does get out of control, still has yet to get any real piece on tarps, but he's facing some fire there from Stetson, from XC. Now just gonna clear out that utility, potentially open the door here for Nate to push in. Gonna try and take this. Nobody on side of Aspect has gathered the courage to try and close that up, so they're gonna potentially be facing another security risk, really, in terms of keeping their site closed. XC takes down one and literally losing another one there. I believe Gunner falls. XC will get a second kill. This time JP will fall. Fracco and Zilling's the last two left here. Diffuser is down. Nate didn't get any walls opened. Admittedly, with a Cade present and no Thatcher, it's difficult, but did not get any walls open here. XC falls. Zilix gonna actually confirm the kill. Fracco, last one left. Stet will trade him out, and Fracco trades out Stet. That'll be the round. A very close closing sequence there, and admittedly just the numbers game catching up to Aspect there. Just able to play off of trades and get a round for KWA. Now, I think for the first time, KWA, maybe the second time outside of that opening round, KWA is actually in a round lead here. Very tenuous round lead, but it's certainly a start.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
I didn't know the first part I wasn't there. Yeah, no problem. I don't blame you.
Julia is on.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds to go. Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Now, neither of these teams have been big on the idea of doing a blue bubble extension, it seems. Obviously, without the smoke, it certainly makes it less, less possible, less attractive, for sure, for them to potentially do that. So, I wonder what they're doing instead, and this seems to be the alternative. You know, both of these teams want to hold down rather heavily this pillar side and into blue, and so to do that, they're gonna do things like this: these sight lines into E-box and onto boiler stairs, and Shaiko door getting covered by a bunch of utility. I think it's potentially unwise here to push into all that setup here for KWA. We'll have to see if it does pay off for them or not. I think they're trying to possibly actually get some way in. They do take down that E-box reinforcement there and need some sort of pressure to arrive from that boiler stairs. That might be Franco and Chemical pushing in together here, trying to get vertical control. Gonna have to deal, however, with ballers of above the top frag. Star really for Aspect picked off by Franco. Admittedly, they did take a good amount of health lost because of that, but now vertical control established. A man advantage goes, as I think Franco just put some pellets on nothing. Very clearly looking to get this hatch open here. As the ace down below, that would be Nate getting the supply wall open as well. Zilix gets a second kill here. Just gonna push the objective. That'll be the mute there of XC taking down one. Zilix trades him for a third kill on the round. Shifty, the last one left here, off site. Exiled to Freezer, trying to make something happen, trying to make a return. But still having to do a retake here on this site, and this heavy of a numbers game, my apologies, is not easy to say the least. I think somebody trying to send out a flashbang, and Franco just finishes him off. Don't know who he's looking at exactly, but doesn't matter, as that Hibana just gets the easy pick. And kind of the round for KWA, who extend their lead now to 5-3, a 4-round run from them ever since that fifth round, my apologies. In their defending half, they have yet to lose here. They've been really building momentum and capitalizing on that now.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
ATS active in the center. Station placed. ATS up and running. Activating jammer.
Wall fortified.
Ready. PS active. PS deployed. PS is ready.
10 seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds to insertion. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Ready to activate. Reloading. Cover me. Kona station deployed.
Now on to possibly the penultimate round here. There's been a comeback of sorts from KWA, and they're going to be trying to really continue the streak that they've built, trying to keep that alive, and it's very well possible. They're going back to site that they've already won on once. And when they did win, it was down to the numbers game. You know, it was a 2v1, leave Zilix and Frack over the last two left, and they just traded out for numbers as Zilix picks off Ballers. There goes the top frag again. Bad sign here, bad start for the defending team. It's going to be the Jackal there of Zilix, I think, scanning possibly the Azami gunner above. Azami, very picked in Pro League, not so much on console. I think she's really important for, you know, multiple reasons, and it really just comes down to the creativity of a team. How do they really scheme with the Asami, try and get things to really work? Zilix gets another one this time. That's XC that he picks off. He's just making the most out of the opportunities given to him here. Gunner trying to hold down the line, trying to make something stop. Nate stopped in his tracks by Shifty over on the attic side. Somebody probably going to need to flush him out of there as Stets takes a bit of damage. Gunner trying to help seal up those holes in the objective, these problems that have surfaced. This Gunner is down, I believe from below, courtesy of Zilix. Gonna now try and push in. That's a very interesting Kiva Barrio. Picture and Stets, just easy, light work for him almost. Quad kill from him. Now just Shifty against almost all of KWA here. Spots him, and an ace from Zilix, just picked apart surgically. The defense from Aspect hurt him, finished him off, and just brings his team a match point here. Really collecting for his team. I mean, using their final timeout here is Aspect. I think that's wise from them. They have to figure out what to do to really stop Zilix. He's at 16 kills now. And they have to really figure out how exactly do they really counter strat against the attacking team here, against KWA. How do they stop the momentum? They need to stop the momentum if they want to win here, because of the fact that otherwise it's over. I think some of that will come down to a better setup and a better roam. Obviously, that Jackal being on the board, these teams did leave him available. I don't think they was playing all that much in the last game. Could be wrong on that. But, you know, because he is available here, it's making it really difficult for these teams to roam. And even without Zilix or whoever's playing the Jackal, even without him really making full use of that ability, you know, actually hunting down roamers and such, even without that full roam clear from KWA, the roam of Aspect has never really gotten off the ground, it seems. You know, their top player, who really needs to make something happen here, I don't think he's gotten a single kill since, at best, round 7. He needs to get back on the board here, because he's been doing a lot of the heavy lifting for them. And admittedly, you know, the rest of the team has been stepping up, which is good, which brings them closer to, you know, making a comeback. But they need to get a roam game started, and they need to see more contribution from some members of the team.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs. Attackers have located a bomb.
Now,
10
for the gold, for the win here,
attackers. 5 seconds to go.
a meeting and kitchen hold from
Attackers' objective is to
From-
defuse the bomb.
Aspect. I think that it's interesting that after 2 unsuccessful defenses on top floor and 1 on basement, that they are deciding to go now to, obviously, to meeting. I think that it's a real risk from them. If they can win it, great. If not, obviously it's over, and that's a very no crap sort of statement, but if they can't pick this up, and this is a tough site for many a team, if they can't pick this up, it's not a great sign. Admittedly, this is a difficult site because of the fact that you have to hold above, which they're doing. They have those reinforcements. They have I think they should have castle barricades and something else up there, but they at least have reinforcements available. As Slick steps onto site, gunned down by Gunner there. Man advantage favoring the defending team here, which is great signs for them. Admittedly, Baller's taken off the board, but the red-hot Zilex picked off now, traded actually by JP, and they've gotten upstairs control. I don't think they really wasted all that much time. Shifty gets back above, shifts back onto the top floor, as that'll be Fracco picking off stats. Fracco, the last one, left a double kill from the Wamai, who has regained control of vertical, surprisingly enough. They seemingly lost it. I mean, all they had up there was just some Wamai discs and some reinforcements, but now, because he's rotated back around and gotten a flank off successfully, mind you, Fracco is now alone on the objective with no diffuser and a 1v2. Fortunately for him, does not spot Gunner at the end of the aisle, and that'll be the Castle securing a round win and keeping the hopes alive here for Aspect Gaming. And so, the defending team, Aspect, keeps their hopes alive here. They have to, mind you, get a site sweep if they want to even go to overtime, even to have a chance of winning. Which is, it's tough. It's not impossible, but it's certainly tough. And so, they're gonna really need to repeat the performance that we just saw from them. They gotta, obviously because that site necessitates it, they got a roam set up, or more so an extension, and even though they lost it very quickly, they had somebody go and retake it, and because there wasn't any real flank watch, even though Nomad's available, I don't think that that KW was really running it, or even really caring about flanks, because they just sort of lazily went up there and cleared it out without having any, even flank drones set up. Because of that, and because there was that risk taken by Aspect and having somebody go up and flank, it paid off. They got 2 frags off of it. They got diffuser control. I found that it was interesting that Gunner stayed on site even when diffuser was dropped. You can't plant without the diffuser. And so, once they had that under control, once they had diffuser and they had that solidified man advantage, they pretty much had the round in hand. It would have been their round to lose, their game to lose in that sense. But now,
Using Gemini.
So you can see now pretty much the same push as in the past few rounds here from KWA, you know, getting that E-box hatch open, pushing Psycho Door a bit, getting that supply wall open. Obviously going to be hard to do with a mute available here, and I think the ace there of Nate realizing it, going to now just open up the other side of it. And it's still jammed because of the mute, though they do now have an opportunity to potentially get that open. Nitro goes out, trying to reverse it really. XC looking for another kill. Unfortunately, that Nitro just hits a bunch of air really. Now Shifty is down and out courtesy of Zilix getting the knife kill there. Trying to trade him with Stutz, unfortunately flashed out as Zilix will continue to push. Gunner trying to provide a stopgap really. Trying to stop the bleeding, but could only be a band-aid. Stutz gonna step up here. Gets a second kill in the round as Gunner will put one up. And now it's back to even numbers. Stutz falls, JP, Chemical, the last two left here, gonna try and crossfire really, as they're looking to get pretty much a pincer on opposite ends of the site here. Know that Gunner's stuck in the middle of a corner, and JP shuts him down. That'll be the round. The match will go the way of KWA. 7-4 on Oregon. 19-8, 8-6, 9-6, 3-7, 4-8, 13-8, 7-8, 4-8, 6-9, 4-10. Good game to all involved.
GG's. Wait, so Esther go. Does it go like best of rounds or like what? I don't know how this works.
Doesn't matter.
It's kind of a tie or just a tie.
Never has gone. Yeah, it was just a yo, good game.
Yeah, GG's. Yeah. So was that smoke ban like a target ban or?
No, we don't really use them, and we didn't really want to play against.
Wow.
That fucked us over, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it did.
Because, dude,
we only have one.
Every single.
Like, we only have one person who plays smoke, and it's me, and I don't really play him on this map anyways, so.
We deadass had everything. Needed smoke, and we had no smoke, so.
I mean,
I was literally, it kind of hurt us too. Like, we did an elbow extension one time, and we had to use Tachanka, so it was kind of, it was a little awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take credit for our loss. It would have worked if you guys went there.
Yeah.
I was holding that show down, Tachanka. I was ready.
X2 BLRZ.
GG's.
GG's, guys. GG's.
Alright,
I'm gonna go try and get Elo back, so yeah, I'm a dub.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna go like level up my Smurf.
So what? Did we win or what?
It was a tie.
It's a tie.
I know. Okay, I thought we were going off rounds. I mean.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna go VOD review, so I'll see y'all.
Okay, yeah, me too.
Same.
GG's. Good night.
GG's.
Right,
yeah, GG's. Good night.